Well, you knew I had to comment on this. It is 4:10 p.m. Let's get down to business. By the way, guys, spooky season is upon us, and we just did a very scary price cut over at the shop. I don't know why this is here. Actually, I know exactly why this is here. I'm building a new commander deck, and anyway, use the coupon code SPOOKY, buy yourself a watch. We just did a restock, and help me make more money so I can buy some more Magic cards. Yeah! Okie dokie. So for my longtime viewers, you'll know my history with the Big H. You know I always dunk on them. I always clown on them. I take every opportunity I can to make fun of them, and some of my newer viewers have given me some criticism for that. They're like, why are you so obsessed with them? What's going on? Why are you always talking about Hodinkee? Oh, the time teller's just jealous. Oh, he can't stand to see other people doing better than him in the watch world. That's not true, and that's not even accurate. If I were upset about someone doing better than me in the watch world, I would be making video after video after video about how Teddy Balthazar looks suspiciously familiar to Taylor Swift in that one music video where she was cross-dressing as a man. Like, all I'm saying is we haven't seen Taylor Swift and Teddy Balthazar in the same room at the same time. Teddy, if you want to respond to this, make a video, prove me wrong. Taylor, I'm on to you. But why am I so upset about Hodinkee? Why do I always I scrutinize them under the lens of a super magnifier, also known as a microscope? Well, it's because, like many of you out there, I used to be a big fan of Hodinkee. I'm going to be honest. Like, Hodinkee's one of the reasons why orology has proliferated online. They're not the only reason. Other people have done great jobs trying to bolster up and build up the watch community in this new media frontier, but Hodinkee was kind of a one-stop shop. I'm using that last word. It's a little sketchy to say shop. We're going to talk about that in a moment. It was just a very nice place to be as a watch enthusiast. I mean, guys, okay, I wasn't always the time teller. I know. I was born with a Rolex 1500 on my wrist and a beard on my face, and I said, "Doctor, it is 8:30 p.m. Let's get down to business." And the doctor was like, "Oh my God, the kid's speaking!" But jokes aside, I didn't always have the opportunities that I have now as the time teller. And I'm not saying that I'm some celebrity or some special person. I'm just saying, thankfully, thanks to you guys, my viewers, and all the awesome people that's helped me out along the way, I've been able to get my hands on some pieces that I like to review. I've been able to talk with various people in the industry and learn some insights, and thankfully, if there is something I want to take a look at, chances are I'll be able to get my hands on it at some point. But that's not how it always was, and when I first entered the hobby, much like many of you out there, Hodinkee was just a great place to be because they had the inside scoops, they had the watches before anyone else did, they had all the awesome media shots, and if you needed some quick specs on a watch that you were interested in, guess what? Hodinkee 9 times out of 10 had it. So why are we talking about Hodinkee today? Well, believe it or not, it's actually not going to be that negative of an episode because I don't think this recent development is actually a net negative. In fact, it could be a net positive, and I guess time will tell. But for those of you who aren't in the know, late last night, in fact, or early this morning, depending on where you are, I think it was like 12 midnight last night. I was in bed and I saw that Ben Clymer, the founder of Hodinkee, posted on his Instagram that Hodinkee is now owned by Watches of Switzerland. Now, Watches of Switzerland is a powerhouse retailer of wristwatches. They are a huge organization. And what's interesting is, I guess they recently just finalized a purchase, and Hodinkee is no longer part of LVMH, which is another huge luxury holding group. So people are excited about this. People are pensively waiting to see how this will all unfold. But one thing that I'm excited about and interested in is the fact that Ben, at the end of his post, mentioned that he is stepping back up as president of Hodinkee. I think this could be a really good thing. And here's why. Ben pretty much stopped doing Hodinkee stuff around 2020. He was like totally hands off. And Hodinkee, well, it like self-destructed. So for those of you who have never seen another episode of mine where I've spoken about Hodinkee or complained about their various goings on, I'm going to give you the timeline of events right now. Prior to 2020, Hodinkee was okay. They did some sloppy releases here or there, but it was still a fun place to look at wristwatches. Then closer to 2020, the travel clock happened. Oh my God, the travel clock. For some reason, that was like the first whiff of Hodinkee losing touch with reality. For those of you who don't know, Hodinkee sold this Hodinkee limited travel clock for like over $5,000 a pop. And guess what? They all sold out. Shortly after, or around this time, pandemic happened. Crazy volatile prices in the watch market. Things were going nuts. Hodinkee wanted a piece of this pie, so Hodinkee purchased the watch retailer Crown and Caliber. Now, Crown and Caliber was doing a great job by themselves. But of course, when they see the opportunity to be part of something even larger than them, Hodinkee, they were like, yeah, come on, take us, baby. Then the pandemic ended and the watch market crashed. So Hodinkee gutted all the employees of Crown and Caliber. Hodinkee cut a lot of their own employees. Ben pretty much exclusively posted golf content on his social media, which brings us up to about like 2 months ago. Ben posted on his Instagram that, okay, Hodinkee is going back to just being about the watches. We're not going to post any new watches on our shop. We're still going to sell some watches that are Hodinkee collaboration pieces, but we heard you. We heard you guys. We've been focusing a little bit too much on the sell, and not enough on the love of watches. I'm kind of being tongue-in-cheek here, but the truth is, I think Ben and some other people saw the writing on the wall and they realized, okay, we kind of really tried to lean into selling the watch world instead of loving the watch world and having people buy our products second. Now, here's where things get sketchy. Hodinkee is now owned by one of the largest wristwatch retailers on earth. So will this mean that Hodinkee is just going to be another sales arm of Watches of Switzerland? Well, that might be the case. I don't know yet. That might very well be the case. Because listen, Watches of Switzerland would not purchase Hodinkee if they didn't think they could make money with Hodinkee. But if Ben keeps his word that he said a few months ago that they're going to focus on the love of watches and they're not really going to be focusing on selling watches other than Hodinkee collaboration pieces, then maybe, just maybe, we can get a return to form and Ben can really, I mean, in that little post from last night, he said he's excited to get back to doing what he loves. So maybe Ben will, in fact, get back to doing what he loves, other than, you know, playing with his classic Porsches and golf all day. And he can share his love of wristwatches with us, which is what he used to do, and make Hodinkee a fun place to be once again. But yeah, time will tell if this is a net positive or a net negative. I think that we might want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Ben, you know, hopefully you keep your word, go back to the helm, and make it what it used to be. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and go ahead, support my shop, all right? We will never turn our backs on you, all right? I'm never leaving. I'm never going to go play golf. I don't even know how to play golf, all right? I'm no good. Best Jewish golfer out there was Happy Gilmore, all right? And he was crazy. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman. At the time, Tyler and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.